Virgos, welcome and welcome back to the Honey Sea Star Tarot, and welcome to the luckiest week in August. This is the week of August 11th through the 16th. You're going to love this week. You're also about to be rewarded in ways that you could never imagine when it comes to contracts, karma, love. I'm loving it. I'm just saying. Before we get started though, I just truly want to say thank you guys to each and every one of you for all the ways that you lift this channel up, support this channel, support each other, views, likes, shares, subscribes, comments, donations, and super thanks, especially lately. Shout out to you guys. Seriously, you give me goosebumps. You make me melt. Each one of you make a difference, and it's so appreciated. I can't even describe to you how much it means and how much it makes a difference. And so truly, I love you back. So this week, oh my goodness. So I also want to just rest assured you, biggest mountains here. So we are now officially past the two most difficult aspects of August: Venus squaring Neptune and Saturn, Mars being in opposition with Saturn and Neptune. These had an impact on relationships, money. Mars was also conjunct with the South Node in Virgo in our first house. This was strong energy. Now it's clear sailing. This week, we have Venus conjunct with Jupiter, which is our annual gift from the universe, and Juno, Venus, and the North Node are all going to be activated this week, and it's huge in terms of destined events, destined moments, in ways of, oh my goodness, that kind of felt like it fell out, but it did not. Oh, there it goes. Okay. But in ways of relationships that you can't even imagine. This is huge. Contracts, karma, love. Juno is commitments, relationships, partnerships, long-term marriage, compatibility. And starting out right away, I just want to say too, I hope you guys had a wonderful Lionsgate portal, and also too, having the Grand Trine now aligned and our Mini Trine now aligned. And then also we had the full moon in Aquarius, the revolutionary grand awakening, great awakening for everyone, all zodiacs in such an impactful way. Now coming into this week, right away, we're blessed. Mercury, I'm just saying I'm celebrating and doing a little bit of a happy dance because it's kicked my butt. Mercury is now direct. We still have a shadow period. Don't want to sugarcoat it too much, but we now have Mercury direct. I'm so thankful in so many ways. Now, also too, on the 11th, Mercury, I should say too, goes direct at 4 degrees. This is stability. This is gorgeous energy. If there was volatility that's made you question, especially with the squaring of Saturn and Neptune and Venus, asking you, is this really what you want? What do you want your destiny to look like? Mars being opposite Saturn and Neptune, basically looking at the vulnerabilities when it comes to stability, wealth, with building your dream life and taking action towards it in claiming your justice, your worth, your value. This is also, and I should say too, challenging Mars, challenging our South Node, which is basically the ideas of perfectionism, analysis paralysis, being overly critical of ourselves and of others. This is where Mercury is bringing stability when it goes direct, and it's hitting the ground running in so many great ways. This is where Virgos are truly riding the Thunderbird in such a prolific way. Top that off. The moon is now in Pisces on the 11th. This is our dreamer planet. This is beautiful, our visionary. Also too, the moon is going to be trine with Venus and Jupiter, both in Cancer, in our 11th house of hopes, wishes, dreams, long-term goals, aspirations, humanitarian efforts, support systems, networks. The moon also is the moon is going to be conjuncting during this time with the North Node. There's something between Mercury and the North Node with this that brings clarity. You're seeing something very clear. And if that wasn't enough, starting this week out right away, Saturn in our Aries in our 8th house is sextile with Uranus. In Gemini, in our 10th house, we also have this grand air trine. We have a mini trine that's going to be with us for the next 4 years. Gorgeous energy. This is a day where Virgos are coming out to spread their wings for the world. And they're drying their wings off under the sun from the morning dew. Which, side tangent, it was so beautiful. So I was delighted and just tickled. I opened up my curtains this morning and my first morning glory bloom is finally here. I've been waiting, it feels like forever, but it's finally here and she's gorgeous. I wanted to pick her for you, but I also didn't want to pick her, so I didn't pick her. I'm sorry. But either way, she's gorgeous. I'm so excited to see them now in full flower as we come into this part of the summer where we're moving from vegetation to flowering state. And that's so much about what this week is bringing for Virgos. Like I say, you're about to be rewarded in ways that you could never have imagined when it comes to karma, love, contracts. The moon and Venus, before we get into that as well, I should say, there's this renewed sense of clarity coming in this week that brings focus, momentum. And remember, Mercury is fast. Mercury is in Leo, in our 12th house, along sitting with the sun, in Soul's temple, getting downloads of spirituality, hidden strengths, hidden talents, psychic abilities, mind-opening intuition, direction, momentum. The moon and Venus and Jupiter are heightening our empathy, our intuition, creating positive flow of energy, strengthening our emotional connections, new friendships, even a little romance, just saying for those that are looking or experiencing. And then also too, collaborative endeavors, networking. You're attracting this week. You're magnetizing support, opportunities, connections to you in such a loving way. It's absolutely prolific. It's gorgeous. And Saturn and Uranus, are creating this positive blend of structure, innovation. It's gorgeous. It's helping you address and transform any deep-seated patterns and beliefs. It's enabling you with this aspect to take a more balanced approach to change, finding grounded solutions to old problems. In terms of career, especially with this Grand Trine, it promotes rethinking, reinventing existing structures, coming to the table with original ideas, creative problem solving, and it's all leading you to professional advancement, recognition because of it. And so with this Grand Trine, with this Mini Trine, with the full moon that just all happened, there's a bigger story. There's a lot going on for Virgos, but it's all part of a bigger storyline revolving around changing career, changing jobs. And while this full moon considered basically or coincided aspects that came to play with the new moon in January of 2025, we're walking into, as of this next week, the first of the 2 new moons in Virgo. We're walking into eclipse season during our birthday season. This also, with this new moon in Virgo, coincides with the full moon in Leo that will happen and take place in February of 2026. In February as well, I should say, between that full moon, we've got another new moon, solar eclipses, and the nodes also shift out of Pisces and Virgo into Aquarius and Leo this next year. And remember, this is the next year, 2026 is our big year. And for Virgos, with this shift in our node placements, it's all about health. And so it has a lot to do with work-life balance, day-to-day routines in a lot of ways too, physical and mental health, aligning yourself to living your dreams, living your best life. And keep in mind too, with these trines, so the Grand Trine is basically affecting and impacting sitting in our 2nd, 6th, and 10th house. This is worth, money, income, salary, career, work, achievements, honors, recognition. There's karma involved with it too, with this sextile with Uranus and Saturn now. In so many ways when it comes to building structure, mastering the self. There's things that you want to do and you're charged up at this point. Coming right in with the tarot, this is Libra Mars energy all the way around in so many great ways. This also speaks to Pluto being in our 6th house, which remember, this last full moon in Aquarius was sitting with Pluto right alongside in our 6th house of work, daily routines, daily habits, lifestyle, health, when it comes to Mars as well. this is where it's like we are channeling that inner spirit warrior, defining our success, awakening with epiphanies, leading ourselves and also our careers in a lot of ways with Mercury in Leo in our 12th house, in Leo season with the sun in our 12th house as well, with spiritual realizations, rebirths, renewals, transitions, absolutions, and also too letting go what didn't serve us, what hasn't served us, what no longer serves us, not only in our current life, but in our soul contracts when it comes to acceptance and forgiveness. This is beautiful energy, and it's got so much fire involved with it, especially with Saturn right now in Aries, Neptune in Aries, in our 8th house of transformation. And then you've got Uranus with like feeding the fire with breakthroughs, igniting that fire underneath you and within you. This is where everything is charged up. You're charged up. You're ready to go. And with the 20, this reduces to a 2. This is bringing balance back into the polarities, into your choices, into your individualism, and also too into the decisive action that you make in life when it comes to following and trusting your intuition, your inner compass in so many big ways. It's absolutely like just profound. And with the Queen of Pentacles, this is where you are focused on money. Like I say too, we had this opposition between Mars, Saturn, and Neptune. We're really focused on money, right? On structure, on wealth, with aligning ourselves to our dream life, what we've always wanted to do in our soul's purpose, especially when it comes to career. This is looking at our resources and being resourceful in a very creative way, looking at business and being very entrepreneurial as well, being good at managing wealth, being generous and charitable in understanding the relationship that we have with money and the energy of money, how we also give birth when it comes to generating prosperity, standing in our truth with that Sagittarian energy, being pragmatic in our planning with aligning to our dream life, and most importantly with that Capricorn energy, focusing on building a stable foundation in our root chakra. This is gorgeous energy when it comes to really truly being indomitable, strong, stable, unshakable, connected in the present, in the material world, and being safe in all parts of your life to truly manifest in a way that's prolific and delivers, drives results in such a gorgeous way that stands in your truth. And if that resonates, by all means, put a heart in the comments below. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Because Saturn and Uranus is sextile. Said that backwards. Saturn is all about the mastery of self. This is one of the rarest aspects that has not happened in decades. To be exact, it hasn't happened since 1996. So think back to 1996. Yes, I am most definitely that old. Just saying. Actually older than that quite a bit, but that's okay. We were not going to talk about that. Either way, this hasn't happened since 1996. This is fire and air at 1 degree. And it's also new beginnings. This is like it's also part of the trines as well. This is the biggest portal of window of an opportunity for this whole month. It's something that's strong, something that's stable, long lasting, something that will help you thrive, something that walks you straight into prosperity when it comes to your work, following your aspirations, living your dreams in your day-to-day, here and now, grounded with that Virgoan energy, tapping into Soul's Temple in such a big way with your spirituality and your connection to the divine and your solar plexus, knowing who you are, why you're here, what you're meant to do, standing in your confidence and knowing that you are enough. You always have been. This is also, too, being very dedicated to the education, learning what you need to know to bring you towards that mastery of self. Also, too, dedicated to your hard work, concentrating your efforts in very strategic ways, being diligent in making every single day count, with mastering your talent and your craft, shining your strengths and your hidden talents, developing and growing, and not stopping. This is unstoppable energy in such a great way, and it leads towards your stability, your prosperity, your justice, your personal power, your judgment, when it comes to reaping the harvest of your successes, as well as standing in your integrity, your fortuity. This sextile is such a gorgeous energy. It's all focused too with career and transformation, fame, success, leadership, wealth, building, dream life in action, initiation, rebirth in a lot of ways. And with the Hierophant in reverse right away, this is conformity. This is liberation from dimming your light through obedience in a lot of ways. This is standing and living loud and living proud in such a great way. It's the pursuit of standing in your individualism, but also too, focusing on your determination. Focusing also too with the enlightenment of non-traditional education that connects you truly to your crown's eye, to your crown's chakra, your third eye. Also too, lifting you, elevating you through your stability when it comes to living the life and taking the journey of the Fool, which basically lives your life with your heart as light as a feather. This is, like I say, the biggest portal of the month, the biggest opportunity, and it's long lasting. It's something that's meant to help you thrive, help you prosper, especially when it comes to your leadership, your success, your career, your transformation. And it's all about action and initiation. Two, I will say, it also, especially think back to 1996, because I'm curious as a cat, I'm just saying, could have something to do with inheritances, investments, could have something to do with a bonus, commissions, royalties. And it also has a lot to do with partnerships, a lot to do with love, not only with pouring your heart's desires into your career, but who you work with, who you choose to commit to, particularly in the idea of your career, in building that wealth and building that structure, particularly when it comes to the Empress in reverse. If you've been dealing with previously where there's difficulties and conceptions of birthing, whatever you've been building, also too dealing with conflict, or dealing with weakened maternal energies, or feeling out of balance and unconnected with nature, not seeing the results that you've really wanted to see with where you wanted to go. This is all breaking those aspects down to build them back up. And now we've got this Grand Trine aligned. Now we've got this trine aligned too that's going to be with us for 4 years. Check out the Grand Trine reading, because I don't want to necessarily repeat myself, make you have to listen to me twice on the same aspects, but it truly aligns you with your heart, your soul's calling, with Venus, the heart's desires, as opposed to accepting less than what you deserve. And if that resonates, by all means, put a heart in the comments below. Elevate this message by liking, sharing, subscribing, because like I said too, or like I will continue to say, truly you guys are what makes this family whole. You are what makes this channel a success. And we're just getting started. This is just Monday. I'm just saying, if anyone else has goosebumps, let me know. Thank you. Because on the 12th, Venus happens to be delivering a gift with Jupiter. And I will be doing a separate read on this day as well. I want to make it more intuitive though. But either way, stay tuned, because of course I'm curious as a cat with 7 lives down, just saying. But we have a conjunction between Venus and Jupiter. Both of them are in Cancer. Both of them are exalted in our 11th house. They are bringing, and we actually, spoiler alert, we have like not 1, but 2, but 3 birthday gifts coming in this week. So, and I know they're early and it's so great. But this conjunction, these two guys, these two benefactors are bringing us an early birthday gift, something very special for Virgo. So Jupiter has a 12-year orbit. So think back to 2001 to 2003. What happened around that time with friendships, support systems, future hopes, long-term goals? Not only will you have this today, but you're going to be getting it again. You're going to be getting 2 gifts, not just this week with 3 gifts, but this conjunction is coming back around next year in August of 2026 in this very same way. So the same way that you received this gift from them in 2001 to 2003, you're getting not 1, but 2 times more those gifts. And it's connected to, like I say, your future hopes, dreams, long-term goals, support systems. We've got Venus, which is pouring our heart's desires into it. We've got Jupiter blessing it with optimism, luck, opportunity. We also have this where Jupiter is natively, I should say, Jupiter rules our 7th house of partnerships. This is supports systems coming in such a prolific way. Friendships, business partners, especially with such a focus on our career. Don't forget too, Mars is in Libra now, in our 2nd house of worth, bringing balance, harmony, justice. And we also happen to have Juno trining with our North Node, our cutting edge, in Scorpio. Scorpio is rebirth. That's rising from the ashes, tackling the most difficult lessons that our soul's contracts out of all the zodiacs can tackle. Face head on with fearlessness. And Juno happens to be Libra's asteroid. You're signing things, is all I gotta say. Getting married, meeting your soulmate. This is a 2-year transformation, and it's actually technically a triple conjunction at 14 degrees, double sevens, breaking down to 5, change, numerology at its finest. We also have so with this triple conjunction, we have Jupiter, Venus, and Sirius, which, remember, our Lionsgate portal just opened. Sirius is our spiritual sun. She represents Isis in a lot of ways, the fertility, the floodgates, the annual flooding of the Nile River that brings fertility to the land. This is where it's like she's bringing life. She's bringing wealth. She's bringing divine blessings in such a great way with this triple conjunction at the very same time. And it's at 14 degrees, double sevens, bringing change. This is seed planting in such a big way. I cannot stress that enough. This is the day to truly seed plant for the next 2 years, because this is a 2-year manifestation when it comes to building bridges like no other, when it comes to support systems, networks, the tribe really that helps you manifest your dreams into your future. This is special energy. And it's only birthday gift number 1. I'm just saying, if you've got goosebumps as well, by all means right now, put a heart in the comments below, because I'm tickled by it. I just absolutely love it. It almost makes me want to coo a little bit. But either way, I'm not going to do that to you. But this is lucky breaks, heaven on earth, your heart's desires being given life in such a gorgeous way. And right away with the tarot, with the 4 swords in reverse, the 4 swords in the upright is basically healing after an illness. So if you've been feeling like you've had no time off, if you haven't had time for recovery, if you've had difficulty relaxing, also too, if you've been feeling stuck or exhausted, this is bringing in spiritual energy of healing, especially with Sirius in the mix here as well, especially with Juno being in our North Node. This is, North Nodes basically is challenging us to elevate and ascend to our highest potential, our greatest, highest self, aspirations, dreams, soul contracts. This is spiritual energy of healing in such a prolific way, particularly when it comes to being connected with who you are, why you're here, but also connected to all of the energy of the universe, expanding your awareness so that you can better serve yourself and others, stepping into all parts of who you are, stepping into the wise part of who you are, and acknowledging that you are whole in all parts of yourself. This is also taking action with the Page of Swords. You're clever. You're showing your intellectual being, your assertiveness, your curiosity, your quick wit. And I will also say, spoiler alert, on the 14th, don't be surprised that you're hitting the ground running, and you're going to be funny. Like, you're going to be quick wit all the way around. Like, this is where it's like Virgos are shining in such a quirky, wonderful way, I guess, is how I would put it. But this is where you're truly shining in your individuality, but in a way that takes humor and lightheartedness with it, right? This is also, too, about being very talkative, being very outspoken with your communication, in your curiosity, in your ambition, with your energy. structure when it comes to Capricorn's energy, Saturn's energy, Aquarian energy when it comes to your spiritual warrior, your success that you're defining with Pluto in our 6th house of work. Piscean energy as well when it comes to the moon, dreaming as big as the universe with your heart as light as a feather. When it comes to tackling issues of conflict, issues that come up that basically lead you to a change, adaptability. This is taking action, knowing that your thoughts become things in your manifestations, in your aura, in your electromagnetic field around you as well. And if you haven't seen it, check out the Sunday's read, because that's still taking place. Technically, I posted it for Sunday with a focus on the 10th, but it truly reflects all and embodies all energies that have taken place from August 8th, as soon as we had that Grand Trine alignment with Lionsgate portal opening, all the way into the 12th here, when we've got Venus conjuncting with Jupiter. This is truly understanding your electromagnetic science when it comes to your thoughts, your emotions, in such a beautiful way when it comes to heart-brain coherence, heart-brain-earth harmony, and your alignment when it comes to your energy and how it has momentum. With 28 days when it comes to change a habit, just remember your energy holds power with momentum for 20 to 30 days. So it's being cognizant, coherent in what you truly want to magnetize to in this life, in the actions you want to take, in what you want to feel in your manifestations. And if that resonates, by all means, put a heart in the comments below. Share your thoughts, what you're calling in, what you're magnetizing during this time. Because like I say, it is desires given birth. I just am called to this in such a prolific way. And you're manifesting. This is the magician energy all the way. Everything is ready. You're putting ideas into practice. Plans are ready to go. Your self-mastery. Thank you, Saturn. Give thanks and gratitude. Embody that gratitude. Cannot stress that enough, because that's part of it, right? Raising that elevation. And two, part of manifestation is being not only grateful for the here and now, all that you've been given by the universe, but also two, gratitude, holding that gratitude for what's to come. Just saying. This is spiritual, constructive energy with creative flow power and mastery in your communication with the universe, with others, with your soul tribe, with your support systems. But it's taking initiative in such a beautiful way, and it holds unity to it. It's the beginning, but it's through your self-mastery when it comes to emotional regulation, emotional coherence, emotional regulation and balance between your conscious and your subconscious, the collective conscious, but also too recognizing that your individuality is what your personal power stands in when it comes to achieving your new beginning with your divine potential. This also speaks to your work in so many ways. Your investments. You've invested a lot of time in what you've been building, a lot of energy. This is seeing the return on your investments. Harvest. We're coming into flowering season too. This is so prolific. We're on like fertile soil right now too with this triple conjunction. This is receiving promotions, making progress, reflection periods, especially with Mercury retrograde, and coming into fruition with all of that wisdom now that Mercury is giving us clarity and momentum, movement, focus with it going direct now, hitting the ground with lightning speed. And I will say too, spoiler alert, we've got strategic planning, especially with that kite formation here that happened on the 10th. This is Saturn talking in such a beautiful way, and also too, Saturn's coming through here as well. This is where he's building wealth, long-lasting structure, stability when it comes to our joys, our comforts, our home, family, our confidence, our personal challenges, gaining the wisdom, standing in our spirituality, embracing the mystery when it comes to our soul's contracts and knowing what we're here to do in our soul's calling. And like I say too, on the 13th, we're coming into a time where the moon is going to be moving into Aries in our 8th house, right alongside Saturn and Neptune. Beautiful energy. And it's also going to be trining with the sun. in Leo, in our 12th house, shining light, giving us optimism. This is spirited energy in such a big way. Your spiritual transformation, but it's building. It's harmonious when it comes to networking, showcasing your talents, embracing and shining light on your hidden strengths for the world to see, because you've got center stage right now. This is where, with the Wheel of Fortune, truly it's a turning point, but karma is delivering you a gift in such a beautiful way. And stay tuned for the 15th, because we're going to get into it. But that's where destiny really plays its role. This is a turn for the better. Destiny always changes, but it's changing in your favor. The world truly is your oyster. And this week, like I say, we've got not 1, 2, 3 rewards in such a big way. We have Saturn sextiling Uranus as our first gift. Then we've got Venus conjuncting with Jupiter, with a triple conjunction, with Juno involved, Sirius involved. I've got goosebumps and my ears are ringing. If yours are too, by all means, let me know in the comments below. But this is reaching a point with the pinnacle of your success. This is cycles turning. Jupiter's blessing you in such a big way. And with the moon now trining the sun, this is such a gorgeous time. Such a gorgeous momentum to that energy. And it's lifting you up with that fire energy between the moon in Aries and the sun in Leo. This is gorgeous fire. This is divine light fire, and it's lighting that intuition in such a big way now that Mercury is direct. This also, too, I will say, is where we're going to be walking into a point, a very, very rare, fast-moving point on the 14th. So Mercury is sextiling Mars. And remember, Mercury is in our 12th house in Leo. Spiritual divine light, hidden talent, psychic abilities awakened in such a big way, creative flow, now in cooperative energy, working together with Mars in Libra, in our second house of salary, income, worth, self-worth, self-confidence. This is gorgeous. So where we've got spirited energy from the moon and the sun being trine on the 13th, now with this sextile, I cannot stress to you enough, this is a very rare energy because it's very fast moving between both planets. They are very active. So this is like spiritual downloads, your justice, all coming together, especially when it comes to money, finances, value. Thank you. Your worth. Both are traveling together hand in hand, and they're actually going to be together, which is also very rare, for about 10 days. So you'll feel this on the 14th. You'll also see it really coming into light. Oh my gosh. Coming to light, oh my gosh, on the 18th in a very big way too. So stay tuned for next week too. This is going to be relatively long lasting for them, which is very rare. This is where you're hitting the ground running. You're in the zone. You're focused in such a brave, clear way when it comes to your energy. And you're committing. This is like committing to commitments with quick wit. Like I say, you're going to be very funny at this time too. People are going to see you like leading with this humor, where if your heart had been feeling heavy with all these oppositions, the square aspect between Venus with Saturn and Neptune, Mars and Saturn and Neptune, Mars and the South Node, this is taking a turn for a much lighter heart to your actions. And it has a lot to do with your communication. So social networking, social media, networks in general. And keep in mind too, we still have this triple conjunction between Jupiter, Venus, Sirius. All I can say is get it, Virgos. Get it. Just get it. And if that resonates, if you feel goosebumps as well, by all means, like I say, let me know in the comments below. Put a heart. Because this is where, if anything had been basically a feeling or fear of resentment, grief, loss, holding on to the past, living in regret, mourning for what wasn't or what didn't happen. Remember, with the 5 of Cups, where 4 of them were possibly spilled, there is one that is right by his side, right there. And with the yarrow, traditionally with herbs, yarrow is not only connected with your intuition, but it's also connected as a very healing energy. And it happens to be very prolific when it comes to rebirth with its connection to the butterflies. One of its biggest, it's basically one of the butterfly's biggest pollinators is yarrow. So this is where just have no fear. You didn't miss out on anything. Life will never pass you by. What's meant for you will never pass you by. And like I say, this is the week where you're about to be rewarded in ways you never imagined. This is the luckiest week. We've got 3 birthday gifts: contracts, karma, career, love, in ways that you never imagined, and it's long term. These weren't meant for you. But this one cup, that was literally built for you. And it's your 9 of coins, a period of prosperity, your freedom, your financial success, your wealth, reaching your goals, especially when it comes to having support systems coming in that are going to help you over the next 2 years with achieving those goals. And it's long lasting. It's not just for these next 2 years. It's not just for these next 4 years with this trine as well, with Neptune helping us align in our authenticity towards our dream life, living our dream life. It is not just with Jupiter in Cancer in our 11th house. This is for the next 7 years of prosperity and more. For the next 7 years, we'll be reinventing ourselves when it comes to our career in such a big way that sets us up for life. Because remember, Uranus changes signs once every 84 years. This is where you're standing in the King of Pentacles energy, achieving success and long-term goals. 2 back-to-back cards when it comes to wealth and success, prosperity, dedication, stability. Saturn energy all the way around. And we're not even done yet. So coming into this weekend, I don't want to go into these too much because I want to save some of the surprise for this weekend's read, so stay tuned as well. I will do a separate read on this day in particular because we got a date with destiny in such a big way on the 15th. So on the 15th, Venus happens to be trine. It was peeking out, so I just had to check. Oh my gosh, and talk about transformation. Okay, before we get into the astrology, maybe I'll do the astrology first, but check out this liberation. Empress energy, High Priestess energy, aloe vera healing with the lovers. If you've got goosebumps, like, share, subscribe. Let's get this message out. Lift as many Virgos up as possible. This is a birthday week like no other, and it's an early birthday gift. 3 of them. This is our 3rd one. So Venus is trining the North Node, our North Node in Pisces, in our 7th house of partnerships. We also have Venus sextiling our South Node in Virgo, in our 1st house at 18 degrees. That is 3 sixes breaking down with synergy, harmony, balance, in such a beautiful way, and it's all tied to destined moments. This is special. If we didn't have, 3 special dates in 1 week, just saying. So this is a day, I'm trying not to coo on you, but it's like, oh, thank you. Same way that I feel with all of you guys. Thank you. And again, too, I just want to say it. I love you guys so much. Thank you seriously for all your support, your donations, your super thanks, your comments, your hearts, your likes, your shares, your views. Truly, you guys make me melt in such a big way. I cannot tell you how much this channel is truly a family because of you guys. It wouldn't be that way. Otherwise, it would just be a regular tarot channel, right? That's not what this is. This is something more than that. You guys keep me going. You guys keep me evolving. Keep me wanting to grow, build better connections with you guys. Also, too, getting to hear your success stories, getting to actually be a part to witness you rise. I cannot stress how much I am so grateful and so humbled to be able to be a part of that, to walk with you, to lift you, to witness you. It's gorgeous. I am forever grateful, and I'm stammering now, and I'm digressing. So, getting back to the 15th. So the moon is going to be in Taurus. Venus and Jupiter are also sextiling the moon. Venus is Taurus's ruler, and when she's trining the North Node like this, when she's sextiling our south node at 18 degrees like this. Something is very destined here. And remember, our 7th house is our partnerships. Dreamer Piscean energy. Best soul tribe to help lift you up to accomplish your dreams ever that you could imagine. This is truly aligning through lifetimes. Our south node in Virgo, in our first house of self, identity, our relationships, right? Fighting for the self, fighting for your relationships, fighting for your long-term goals, what you stand for, standing up and rising in such a prolific way, going towards your cutting edge of soulmate energy. This is something that's truly beautiful. There's something destined here. And with Venus, with Taurus, Taurus is comforts, home, stability, joy. Venus is comforts, home, stability, joy, heart's desires, coupled with partnerships and your cutting edge. Comforts, home, family, stability, joy. Cannot say it enough. There's something that's truly faded here on this day, and that's why I want to do a separate read for this day, so stay tuned on that. It is such a gorgeous energy. There's something big that's happening, and I am just dying to know for each and every one of you what your 3rd birthday gift is, what's coming in, because this is gorgeous. Because remember, too, we've got all this energy with Saturn sextiling Uranus, Venus conjuncting Jupiter. Now we've got Venus trining our north node and sextiling our south node, and the moon in Taurus. Welcome to your birthday gifts. The universe is coming in to reward you in ways that we can never have imagined with the ego, but there's something being orchestrated here where Virgos are truly being lifted up in such a beautiful way when it comes to contracts, karma, love, long-lasting, long-term, compatibility, Empress energy, giving birth, particularly when it comes to career, work, income, worth, heart's desires, fertility, creativity, material wealth, living a life of luxury, tying and creating that soul contract of abundance into your life with the Lionsgate portal, with this Grand Trine, with the Mini Trine as well, between Neptune's energy, with Uranus and Pluto. This is gorgeous in such a great prolific way. You're getting what you deserve. You're getting everything. You're magnetizing to everything that you deserve in life. And that includes not only opportunities, not only career, but support in such a loving, connected way. Structures, innovation. Grounded solutions. Spirituality. Especially with Sirius, High Priestess energy. And again, we've got the 3, we've got the 2, and then we've got the 6. Divine energy with a 13. Can you see the numerology like I do? And if you're getting goosebumps like I am as well, by all means, let me know in the comments below. Put a heart, like, share, subscribe, because this is where I cannot tell you enough as well. We're not done yet. On the 16th, and like I say, stay tuned for the weekend read. I don't want to spoil it too much, but the biggest message that I have for you on this is follow your intuition, and so is the High Priestess. Utilize your discernment. Utilize your enlightenment, especially with the Sun and Mercury being in our 12th house right now, in Leo, shining light in soul's temple, spirituality, leading your soul's purpose with cause, with meaningful action. Let your intuition guide you at this time. There's balance, there's harmony coming in. Love is surrounding you during this time, especially with partnerships. Self-love, passion for what you do, what you're called to do. Focus on your health as well, right? Not only your spiritual health, but your mental health, your physical health, your work-life balance. We're not just a sign of service to be for service. We're meant to be made of service. We have the choice in what we do, and that includes in our relationships. We're not meant to be taken advantage of. This is your liberation. This is building your legacy. This is new beginnings. This is transformation. This is out with the old, in with the new, in such a divine feminine light. So on the 16th, the moon is moving into Gemini, and get ready for this. The moon in Gemini happens to be sextiling with Saturn and Neptune, again, both in Aries, in our 8th house of transformation. The moon is also trining Pluto in Aquarius in our 6th house of work, and Mars in our 2nd house in Libra, with worth being highlighted, income being highlighted, money being highlighted, self-worth being highlighted, and if that wasn't enough, the moon is also conjuncting with Uranus. And again, 10th house, career, fame, reputation with Gemini, adaptability, change, breakthroughs in such a prolific way. This is communication, wealth, karma, structure, harmony, balance. Focus on income and stability, structure, discipline, self-mastery when it comes to your lifestyle, your work, unified breakthroughs in such a prolific way in career, networking, business partnerships. There's something on the 16th here that is all about new directions. It's professional evolution. All I will say, I will leave you with this. All I will say before I ruin it for the weekend read is follow your intuition. You know what to do. The moon in Gemini, you know what to do. It's your choice. It's your life to live. You make it exactly how you want it. Close your eyes. What animal do you imagine? This is the time to embody the strengths of what they're known for, what you're known for, because what wisdom they have to share with you, what you connect with. Embrace these qualities at this time. You know what to do, and your intuition is guiding you all the way, and you're prepared. With the squirrel energy at the bottom of the deck, this is where you are an expert of hard work, and also it's now time to really enjoy it. It's time to play with all this Venus energy, with all these trines, with all this sextile aspects, with Sirius playing a role on this as well. It's time to get serious, yes, but with your heart as light as a feather. You are a blessing to everyone that you surround. Your fun disposition, your joy that you bring in, that elevation of your energy, changes, magnetizes, attracts love into your life in such a prolific way. Don't let life's distractions take you off course. Make a plan for your future, especially this week. The universe is rewarding you with 3 birthday gifts, and they're all early. Right before we walk into our Virgo new moon. Spoiler alert, just saying. And just in case you haven't seen the August monthly read, this new moon in August, not only do we have 2, one in September, one in August. But this one in August happens to be at 0 degrees. Literally 0 degrees. New beginnings. Make a plan for your future. Life will give you all you need. Especially with all these challenges that we've had. This is where you'll be walking into this week, walking away from this week, walking into this new moon with such a faith restored, confidence restored in what you do, why you're here, the structure that you stand on, the foundation that you build. You're committing to commitments when it comes to contracts, karma, love, in such a big way. And I keep wanting to do this for you, and every time I forget, every time I clean up my cards after these readings, of course, after I stop the readings, I always get an additional message with the bottom of the deck cards. So I just want to do this because there's always an additional message. This is, oh God, everything that didn't serve you, that is gone. Out with the old, in with the new. This is your era. This is your new era. This is your recovery. This is your recovery, your bounce back, your new beginning. You are the star. You're meant to shine. This is hope for the future, long term. It's lasting. This is healing. This is renewal. This is contentment. This is your spirituality with enthusiasm on steroids. Maybe not on steroids. Steroids aren't great. On fertility. Let's go with that. This is new projects, new plans, messages coming in, a new adventure coming in, your new chapter, good news coming in. Your confidence is being lifted up and it's being supported by your soul tribe in creative flow, in Virgoan energy shining in your divine light, with the Leo sun, with Jupiter and Venus both in Cancer in your 11th house. And remember, we're getting this gift from that conjunction not only here, but it'll come back to us again in 2026 in August. whatever you received when it comes to your support systems, your long-term aspirations, your 11th house, into confirmation. In 2001 and 2003, we're getting it in this year and next year. I love this energy. Now, before we go as well, let's take a look at our major arcana. Oh, and before we go too, oh my gosh, and enjoy the ride. That's all I can say here. Dive into your wisdom, let go with the flow, let go of fear, embrace the happiness, inhale confidence, and exhale fear in such a big way, because this is your higher calling. This is your time. You have everything in you, all the courage that you need. Reclaim your majesty, and also know that your tribe is with you. Not only here on this channel, in the tribe that surrounds you, with your ancestors, with your angels, your heart's desires. I have goosebumps in so many big ways right now. I just can't even tell you. And if this all resonates, like I say, by all means, your support matters. Your support makes the difference in this channel. So by all means, share your thoughts in the comments below. Put a heart in the comments below. Let me know how this impacts you, because truly that's what fills my bucket and keeps this channel going, makes our family stronger. So look at all this change is all I got to say. I mean, gorgeous energy. I just can't help it, but I have goosebumps in such a big way. And then look at this. I mean, 1, 5, 10, 20, synergy of 3. This is change coming in when it comes to the pinnacle of your success, standing in your individuality, embracing change, also too moving into balance with your new beginning, growth, progress, dynamic synergy, development, confirmation again. Okay, so music therapy wise, what we pulled is A sharp, E, F sharp, C sharp, and C. And then color therapy, what we've got is 2 reds. This is all about your foundation with that root chakra. Green with your heart chakra as well. And then purple, pointing to your third eye and your crown. And yellow, soul's energy, soul's blessing. And so I truly hope that this reading helps. I am sending you guys so much love and light this week. Take care. Happy early birthday. And I will see you in the next reading.